I want to continue to spread the Design Enlightenment movement throughout the world. I hope that everybody can see beyond our Pinterest images and house images of our world, because we are being fed constantly the fact that our homes have to be perfect. They have to be so perfect in order to feel sacred. And that's not true. That is not true. What makes a home feel sacred is you. I discovered my love for interior design and design in general really early on. I was just a little girl discovering how beauty and decorating can transform your life. By the time that I was 19, I was already in the field. And it was just a joyride because I fell in love, deeply, deeply in love with interior design and anything that had to do with it. As I went through working for others, then working on my own with a partner, and then finally completely on my own, I became just as much a designer as an entrepreneur. And I drove deep into what that meant. And as my children grew and as I had more time, I was able to decide, I think I'm an expert in interior design now. I think I've got this. But I felt that as a businesswoman and as an entrepreneur, there was more to be found. So I took some business retreats. And on that business retreat, I was asked a really intriguing question. When Michelle asked me what my purpose was, and I spent, 15, 20 minutes writing down things that really kind of were like, blah. I ended up with the phrase, I help people create sacred spaces so that they can live inspired lives. When I wrote those words, I got goosebumps all over my body, and I knew that I was onto something. And it wasn't until then that I realized that being onto something was that something was missing. Design Enlightenment became the merger of my two loves, and actually a reflection of myself. I couldn't practice interior design without practicing it on a soulful level. And I recognized that this was something missing in the field. Interior design was always coming from the outside in, and I was trying to come from the inside out. Interiors need soul. Otherwise, they're just a bunch of furniture and pillows. Really. In the process of writing this book and exploring all this world that was about workshops and retreats and thought leadership, I was just as enamored with the idea of sending this message of design enlightenment and creating a movement as I was in becoming this person that could send this message out into the world. And the logical thing for me, besides writing the book, was to expand it through being able to speak to an audience. I know that this message is so important and I'm so passionate about it that I've got to deliver it to them individually so that they can leave with a little bit of information that they can take home with them and do something about it. And all of a sudden feel the same way I feel about design, about how transformative it is, about how it can really change the way you feel in any space that you're occupying. I inspire all of you to think. Shift your thinking. Shift your thinking from beauty and what's on the outside to coming into who you are and accepting that and exploring that and expressing that. I'm on my 5th decade. I'm on my 3rd decade of being an interior designer. But being where I am right now at this very minute, having discovered what it is that I am supposed to do, which is through interior design, be on purpose, raising consciousness. That discovery and the ability to do this in front of an audience, I know that when I get there, that's where I am supposed to be. My message is here to inspire you to dive deeper into who you are, examine your lifestyle, and create this incredible transformative process for yourself. That's what I do when I get up on stage. I want you to leave inspired, because being inspired and being in spirit is the first step of creating your interiors and creating your life. You have the opportunity to design your life through this process. And that's my goal, to make you aware of what you need to do for yourself and then transform that in your spaces.